It is a basic division of absorption costing. So when I'm talking about absorption costing, what do you mean? When I talk about absorption costing, what do you mean?
Absorption costing is it's long term and it takes all costs into account.
Okay, so it is long term. It helps us for long term decision making, and it takes all cost into account. That means it will take even the variable cost, even the fixed cost. Okay. So
Yeah.
now you need to tell me what is a cost center.
Cost center is a place where expenses are charged.
Cost center is a place where expenses are charged. What are the different types of cost center?
Service and production.
And production.
Okay. So if you see what is a cost center, Ashita, can you please scroll down?
Yeah. Cost center is basically any department in your organization where you can charge an item of expenditure.
Okay, so cost center is a department in your organization where you can charge the item of expenditure. You have two types of cost center. Can you tell me the two types of cost center that you have?
Production cost.
Okay, production cost center and service cost center. Can you all tell me what is a production cost center?
Production cost center is basically where the product is directly produced, like machinery or painting or
Okay, so production cost center is?
Production cost center is basically a department which has only one job, is to produce products.
It is a department that is producing products. So when I say production cost center, it is basically producing the goods and services. If I'm saying it is producing the goods and services, can I also say that it will sell the goods and services?
Yes.
If I say it is producing the goods, so production cost center is that cost center that is going to sell the goods and services?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. What is service cost center?
Service cost center is basically a place that helps the production of the cost center, like to produce it over, that helps to produce the product.
Okay, so production cost center is going to produce. Service cost center is going to help the production cost center to produce the goods and services. So ultimately, when we are finding the overheads, I will want overheads only of which department?
Service cost center.
I will want the fixed overheads only of the production cost center. Service cost center cost will be service cost center cost will be
added to it, no?
Added later on.
It will be reapportioned. Service cost center will be
Reapportioned.
reapportioned on the production cost center. On what basis?
Yes. Suitable basis.
On suitable basis. Okay, now tell me the difference between allocation and apportionment.
So allocation is when expenses related to only one department.
Okay, when you just take the expense and put it to the
you place it,
department.
yes.
When you just take the expense and put it to the department, it is allocation. Okay.
Yeah.
When I talk about allocation, it is when the item of expenditure is directly identified to specific cost center. When I talk about allocation, Ashita, scroll up. When I talk about allocation, it is what? Item of expenditure is directly it is directly identified. So you take the cost center, you put it. You take the item of expenditure and you put it. So you can directly identify to that cost center will be allocation. What is apportionment?
Apportionment is when you cannot identify to which cost center the expense is, so you have to apportion it on suitable basis.
So you have to apportion on suitable basis. So now
Yeah.
I have given you some examples. Can you scroll down?
Yeah.
So if you have heating, lighting, rent, insurance of building, So you will apportion on suitable basis.
Yes.
What is the suitable basis for it?
Floor area, also the place.
Floor area. If it's heating, lighting, rent, insurance of building, it will be what? Floor area.
Floor area.
If it is insurance of plant, machinery, or any asset, so it will be the net book value of the asset. If it is depreciation of an asset, also the net book value or the cost. If it is repairs of machinery,
Then it will be on
It's what?
the
repairs of machinery, then it will be on
like net book value of asset, cost on
No.
asset.
No,
if it
it'll
is
be
repairs of machinery,
hours.
then it will be on
Hours, the hours that it's taken.
which hours? Machine hours.
Machinery hours, yeah.
So if it is repairs of machinery, it will be on.
Machinery hours.
Okay, so if it's repairs of machinery, it will be on machine hours. So first I do allocation and apportionment. After doing allocation and apportionment, what do I do?
Look for capital intensive.
No,
First
you
I do
reapportion.
allocation apportionment. After I do allocation apportionment, what do I do?
You reapportion.
You reapportion.
You reapportion what?
You reapportion.
The service department to the
Service
product
department cost to the
Production
Production department.
on.
on suitable basis.
suitable basis.
Okay, then you will find what?
The budget, no, the
You
budgeted
will
over
find the budgeted
Overhead.
budgeted overheads. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
After finding the budgeted overheads, what do you do?
You see which is more capital or labor.
After finding the budgeted overheads, you will see whether something is capital intensive or labor intensive. How do I know if a particular department is capital intensive? Scroll down.
The hours are more of the labor intensive than the capital.
If the machine hours are more, it is capital intensive. If it is capital intensive, then what will I do?
You
I will
will
avoid labor hours and I will take only which hours?
Machine hours.
If the labor hours are more, then it will be
Then it will be labor intensive and you will avoid the machine hours and only
you
take
will
labor.
avoid the machine hours. Whenever you decide whether it is capital intensive, then you will find the OAR only taking machine hours into consideration. And you will write dollar so and so. Do not forget to write per direct machine hours or dollar so and so per direct labor hours. Okay? This
Yeah.
capital intensive and labor intensive helps us to find out what? Stop taking selfie.
Oh,
This capital intensive and labor intensive helps us to find out what?
the which is on supposed to reapportion. No, the OAR. The OAR.
OAR. How do you find the overhead absorption rate?
Budgeted overheads upon activity level.
Overhead absorption rate is budgeted overheads divided by budgeted activity level. Are you all with me? Budgeted overheads divided by budgeted activity level. Scroll down to page number 62. Budgeted overheads divided by budgeted activity level. Yeah, stop over there. Now over here, this sum is solved where the allocation is done, apportionment is done, and reapportionment. Everything is done. Can you all tell me where is the budgeted overheads? Yeah. Ashita, can you mark where is the budgeted overheads?
is it here?
Okay, fine. After finding budgeted overheads, what will you do?
Classify.
You have to put it in like
You have to see if it's labor intensive or capital intensive.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Tell me if machining department is what intensive?
Machining department.
machine.
Machining is capital intensive.
How do you know it is capital intensive?
Because 202500 is more than 55,500.
Ashita, mark machine hours.
1 minute.
Okay.
Where did
Do
she go?
one thing. Find the OAR for me. I'm keeping it on pause. Ashita, go to that sum only.
Miss, the budgeted overheads are this 1396. This one only, no?
Yes, yes.
Okay, wait, so I'll do now. And the activity level is this 1321 upon 187. That one, na?
Where is activity level?
Here, I
Activity
think.
now, your machining department is what intensive?
Machinery intensive.
So where is the machine hours?
Your machine hours is here, direct. This one.
Where? Mark it for me.
I marked at its circle.
No.
Here, 3690.
That is the basis. See the question, machine hours.
Okay, here, this one.
4 decimal place.
202500.
Yes.
Okay.
You will find up till how many decimal places?
4.
You found of machining department. Now find out the other department.
You just cut out the Ashita stop taking selfie wala part in your recording.
Recording is on.
It's not on.
We are recording the video.
So, Miss, in the new PPT, it is
Sorry?
in the new PPT, it says day 1, day 2, day 3. So, are we supposed to go according to that?